WJL Financial. WJL Financial buys homes, any condition, any problem for cash.
We had a major outstanding code violation. We solved the problem with the city. We also fixed the property and made the city very happy.
Being able to solve the title problems that come up in the real estate industry is what makes us head over heels over our competition.
We can help.
Call WJL Financial. They'll buy your home and take care of all the paperwork. Call now, 1-888-839-2444.
WJL Financial. We can help.
Call 1-888-839-2444.
Talk health. Talk wealth. Talk politics. Talk 1470. WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso. Brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton. Specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And now, here's today's Boca Soul.
Good afternoon and welcome to Boca Soul Radio. We have an amazing show planned for today. I have some of my favorite spirits here, beautiful souls, Sandra and Calypso. Hello. And Martha are all here today.
Hi.
Beautiful women, and we have the best conversations, and we're bringing it to you live. WNN Radio, log on, and you can hear every detail, and we have props. We are teaching you about crystals and plants and all the good things you can use to benefit your life in the most simple ways. And Calypso is even going to be doing readings today. She's joining us especially to show her gift and allow us to experience that with her and see how we can benefit our lives from that.
Yes.
So we're very excited. We had a busy week. We've been planning so much. We're actually opening our center in about a month. We're expanding. Not only are we expanding in people, but we're expanding in the size of our space. And we were on the radio last week. We went to the radio station. But if you are watching live, you can see this beautiful view.
Exactly. Everybody out there that is hearing us, and maybe they can log into their computer and see us online. We have this wonderful view right here, and it's so bright and nice and like so much energy coming in right now. And we have all of our crystals here, so it's bringing us a lot of energy. So what else can they expect?
And they are doing their miracles.
Exactly.
As usual, messing up with the electronic, as usual. Right, Freddie?
Now,
Yes.
if you are listening on the radio, you can log on to our website tomorrow, bocasoulcenter.com, and click on the live radio stream, and you can watch replays of all of our radio shows that were filmed live. And we were always talking about, on the radio show, we were always talking about the messages that we received from animals. And now, if you look closely into the lake and the nature behind us, you're going to start seeing all the little signs that we get. We get little doves, chameleons, and beautiful creatures that come up and tell us that we're in the flow of life and everything is just cruising along nicely.
Yes, we always have our turtle coming out by the lake, and we also have a lot of fish, swimming actually underneath us. So it's very beautiful and very energizing.
Yes. So not only are we having Calypso do some readings today, we have a very special guest and one of our newest friends, Dr. George Love, and he is a certified acupuncturist physician, and he also is a master Qigonger, and he's going to teach us how to cultivate our Qi. And what is Qi?
It's prana, life force. Yeah.
Yes, our life force. Yeah. Exactly.
So stay tuned for that. And we're going to talk about our 72 cards of God.
Yes.
So what are 72 parts of God? That is a big thing that we're doing these days.
Well, it's one of things from the Kabbalah. It's one of the chapters from the Bible that were divided to 3 columns, right? And then each beginning of a word become a letter, right? So I will show it to you. Can you see it? And they're in Hebrew, but they're very powerful. Each one of them bring a lot of energy in a certain way. And when we pick them up, remember we pick them up, and then we do meditation with it, it becomes very powerful. So we recommend to everybody.
They're wonderful cards. We always use them, and every time we pick, it's always like that. That lucky thing that you do, and it brings you the right message when you need it. So it's amazing. We always have them around.
Yeah. I was wondering if it's the sound of the letter that makes it powerful, the vibration you get from it.
Actually, both. Like the reading, the sound, and the thought, because each one of them is saying which kind of meditation it will be, which quality, and then the words. So when you read it, you say it, and you think about it, like what we do. For example, one of the things we do, this one is Hey Yud Yud, for example.
And it's good to tell the audience that they can come to our meditation class every Monday at 6 o'clock. And part of the beginning of the meditation is using the cards. So people can come into Mondays and experience and see them for themselves. And if they want to, get them later on, they obviously have already experienced them before.
Right. And this is maybe you read it because your English is the best here. We all kind of with accent.
So today, Calypso picked Hey Yud Yud. I am bestowed with the power of prophecy. With my consciousness elevated and my awareness heightened, I have the power to enter a new universe of transformation and light.
Oh my God.
And I think that speaks to us so much because we are doing so many things with our lives right now together as a community.
As a group.
My favorite new thing, and I know I keep telling you guys, but I feel like the audience needs to know that, I read in that material we just found, the raw material, that one person of pure thought can move a mountain, but together as a community, as a group, you can do anything.
Exactly.
Even if you're not pure.
Exactly. And I think it's very important that it's not only one person being perfect, helping the world, but everybody has a little energy, goodness that they want to bring out, and everybody's energy gets connected. We bring our community, we're uplifted, and we grow spiritually, and that's what we want to do. That's our main focus.
Yeah, and it brings the spirit of oneness.
Yes. So we come together every day. We have these business meetings, but really it's just setting a positive intention to have that come together. And, we're following all these amazing coincidences, and everything is just kind of coming into place. And we want to use this as an example for how the audience members can live their lives. They don't have to start a whole business, but using the power of intention to create the perfect relationship, the perfect family life, the perfect career. So if you are interested in any of this stuff, then come to our center. We're actually the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center. If we did not mention that. This is Calypso Shah. She is the spiritual diva, the center of the center. You can see her beauty just radiating, and her energy is beautiful.
Yeah.
But if you are interested in past life readings, you can call us at 561-808-9108. We're taking calls right now for past life, I believe.
Yes. Anybody that wants to ask a question, please call the number. We're here and we're live today. It doesn't have to be a personal question. It can be an open, just like a spiritual question they want to ask, or something.
A general question.
Exactly. It doesn't mean that it has to be something personal, because some people feel they don't want to be on air. But everybody has questions about spirituality.
Right.
So we're here to help.
The best part about the fact that we're doing our radio show in the center is that we're all here together.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
And that's where we meditate also.
Yeah.
So it has really high energies.
This is where all the
And the other thing is that you can call for Dr. Love for questions after he will talk, or if you know anything about Qigong. So
yes, we're definitely going to bring the topic in. Why don't we start the topic today? I guess everybody's excited to see what we're going to talk.
Well, the best part about, I was going to mention, the best part about us doing this here in our center is that we are actually having an audience now. And for the viewers who are watching us live, or if you're watching a replay, we actually have audience members on our on the sides of us, and they're going to be getting readings done. So if you listen shortly, we're going to talk about past life readings, and then we're going to actually, Calypso is going to do some readings for us. And this is a new thing. You know, before she had to get the energy flowing. We've been doing a lot of energy work in our center, and now we feel that everything is perfect. We have our show here. Calypso is pure thought. Everything is good.
Everything is pure and clear.
So,
well, I thought it will be very good for everybody to see how I do the session and how the result in many ways, because it's very powerful. You know, people think about psychic or somebody that read your mind, and they think about one thing, and I have my way, which is completely different. So it will be important and special. Before we do anything else, I wanted to thank to my staff, this beautiful, wonderful people that sit with me. We have Avi that just started this week, and we have Stefan that is our, you know,
business
without
guru.
him, we will not be
He's a-
able to do anything. And all the
He's
people
great.
support us, and Freddie Jr., Freddie. You know, like everybody that is here, I feel so fortunate to have all of you around me. I feel each one of you just prove that we are one, with your energy, with your, you know, creativity, and especially when you read my mind, or I read yours. Yeah.
So
We're always
Calypso
connected.
actually picked out another affirmation, and it's actually a prayer and an affirmation go hand in hand, because every thought is a prayer. You have to you can't just pray once and then, you know, everything. You have to watch every thought and be positive with every thought. So we picked this out, and we're going to read it. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to come back and hear all about how past life readings can help you change your life in miraculous ways.
Yeah, I just want to say before that, excuse
Yes.
me, this prayer I got it from friends in Israel, Hannah and Sol, and I hope they hear it. And they, when I came to Israel, they really made a big difference for me and changed my life. Basically, after I visited by them, I decided I'm going to be me, and I will move with my plan and my dreams.
Follow your intuition.
Yeah, so they gave me, and we had Avi just translated to English so everybody will understand. But thank you so much, guys.
And this is actually from the Kabbalah, right? You picked this up.
It's
from the
kind of
Kabbalah.
old prayer. I think it's a Kabbalah, but it's a kind of Jewish prayer. But I think it could be for everybody. There's no something Jewish in it, but spiritual, human
Okay.
in it. Okay.
So, here it is. God, please make me a vessel of serenity in a place where hatred has nested itself. Allow me to sow the seeds of love. Where there is insult, forgiveness. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sorrow, joy. Master of the universe, help me not to yearn. To be comforted, rather I should be comforting. To be understood, rather I should be understanding. To be loved, rather I should be loving. Because at that moment of giving, we are really receiving. When we are forgiving, we will be forgiven. And when we die, we are born into eternal life. Therefore, please grant us these three things: courage to change the things within our power, serenity to accept the things we do not have the power to change, and wisdom to distinguish between the two.
Amen to that.
Amen. It's beautiful.
That's so beautiful, tying together just how connected everything is. You know, if you give love, you will get it. You cannot
Yes.
get love if you do not give it. You just
Exactly. I love the flow, how it's a circle, because so many times people are always asking, and that's part of the angels. They're always receiving. They're always are inquirers. You know, we're always asking for something. But you have to come out of the box and say, first I have to give, and once I start giving, then I will receive.
exactly.
But
So
I
it's
think
beautiful.
also what's important before you give love is to love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you
Excellent,
going to give
yes.
something you never know? And I think that's a major problem nowadays. A lot of people, they don't know love. They don't love themselves.
Right.
So-
And this is, I think, one of the things that we are doing in the center and through past lifetime reading and other things, is to teach people how to love themselves
Yes.
because
And that's actually part of our slogan, which is discover the beauty of your soul. Some
Yes.
people don't believe that they have beauty inside them, but everybody's
there.
beautiful, and their
so
soul is
that
beautiful.
Discover the Beauty of Your Soul is the Calypso Shaw Spiritual Center, what we are representing here today. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Calypso about her past life readings and healings.
thank you.
Stay tuned.
At Calypso Shaw Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shaw Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with Stateland Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108.
Welcome back to Boca Soul Radio Show. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. We are here for the first time in the Calypso Shaw Spiritual Center, moving away from the actual radio station. We have beautiful energy here. We've saged it. We have our crystals. We have our good luck plants. And we've meditated. Everything is perfect. Everything is flowing. So we are going to be doing a reading. We're going to be interviewing Dr. George Love in a bit. He is a licensed acupuncture physician and master Qigonger, master of Qigong. We want to remind you, if you have any questions, comments, if you want to know anything about crystals or what we represent, what we're doing here, if you want to be a part of us, give us a call, 561-808-9108. You can check out our pictures on our website, bocasoulcenter.com. Tomorrow we'll be having the replay of this show, and already we have posted our other radio shows from the past.
Yes.
We have a Twitter account. We are posting amazing quotes, very uplifting quotes, at Boca Soul Show, and there's pictures too.
Yes, and also our Facebook page, Calypso Shaw Spiritual Center. We're always putting everything that we do, all of our events. We're putting pictures, beautiful quotes we find online to, bring the good energy to everybody. And all of our information is there if you want to know more about our center.
So we've brought David on the set, and first we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to share with the audience what exactly past life healings are all about. A lot of people like to call it a past life reading, but I feel that it's a healing because she is reading you, but you're getting a healing at the same time.
Exactly.
It's very pure, and it's definitely life-changing. So Calypso Shaw, please enlighten us. Tell us about your healings.
Well, my biggest belief is that past lifetime is affecting our life today. So,
Now, for everyone out there, what exactly is a past life? Because not everyone is familiar with the term reincarnation, and just open them up to it. What is?
Okay, so the spirit is eternity, right? Spirit live forever. Spirit want to experience things. The spirit want to do things. So the spirit goes from one planet to another dimension, etc. And then it might get into one planet like ours and begins to go over and over. So there are a few reasons for it. First, the spirit wants to help. Secondly, the spirit, once it comes into duality, into the body, it starts falling into mistakes, into ego, into fears, into everything. So then the spirit starts coming again, trying to clear it. But obviously through the history, it was very hard for the spirit to do any improvement or much improvement because there was so much, discrimination and you said people didn't understand a lot of things.
Yes, and I see a lot of people, many cultures where that's not important, so people feel, people are born or people are feeling lost and they don't know what's going on. So I guess if, part of our main core is telling people that about reincarnation, which is true,
So, yes, so basically the spirit reincarnation is when a spirit come to life, go through life, do whatever it does, and then die, and then
the body dies.
The body dies.
Exactly.
Of
yes,
course.
Of course, not the spirit.
And then the spirit goes to the spiritual world and decide, what do I have to learn now?
Exactly.
So if the spirit feel like it needs to learn something, again, it will come and relive it again. So I explained it in the past. If you want to learn abuse, you need to learn to come to a family, to a situation that you will be abused. Not always a family. It could be country where there is abuse. Or
so you're saying that we choose where we're going to come into this world. We choose the family. We choose the place where we grow up.
Yeah, everything is chosen very carefully. The spirit with guides, with angels, with God power. Where is the best place? Okay.
Exactly. And what is the lesson? That's what a lot of people talk about. What is the lesson that you have to learn in this life? Right. And when people really find their focus on life and what is that it has to do, people feel enlightened and they realize how to focus all their energy and their time.
Right. If you come from a point of view like, I'm a victim, why me, why me, why me, which we must do, at a certain point, you can improve it because you blame the mother, the father, the country, the whatever, instead of looking inside you and see what you lived before, what you did before. Many times you abused people in past lifetime. And to learn the lesson, you had to come to the other side. It's not a punishment. I believe that everything is just experience. There's no punishment. So if you hate women, you might come as a woman next lifetime to experience how to be women and see the other side of the coin.
Exactly, and I think this is a very good point for people that are hearing us out there. When we see people, God will punish you, something bad is going to happen to you. And it's more not that. If you think about the big picture, is you're learning through these experiences. It's something that happens to you, some kind of accident or situation that make you feel down. It's just for you to live that part which you haven't lived before and have to learn from it and accept it so you can grow spiritually.
Exactly. We were talking earlier about loving yourself.
Right.
And my favorite point that you make is that a lot of times we come into this life and we are put in situations where we don't feel loved at all, actually. Right. And so in order to feel the love, we have to know what not feeling love is like.
Exactly. You need to feel the lack of love so you can think how to bring love. So if your parents didn't give you love or your family or other people, and you get to a point, let me force them to love me, but nobody really will do it. You get to a point, maybe after many years sometimes, that you say, well, what left is me loving myself.
Exactly, and the love with God,
And love God and love, but if you love God and you don't love yourself, you're missing a point. And it's not easy because we were taught differently.
And I think a lot of people I want to just say, a lot of people to hear this information would be very skeptical about what we're saying. Oh, yeah, love yourself. Okay, sure. But really, I feel like, if you met us, if you came to our center, there's so much good energy. People, when they walk in here, they feel how calm it is. They get great meditations from it. And I just see in our lives, when we're being positive, that things are just going so perfectly. Everything's working out.
You can change everything with positive thoughts. But what I want to say, you have to take responsibility for your life.
Of
From
course.
a very young age,
Of
I
course.
teach my kids, my grandkids, I tell them, take responsibility. And anybody else that is willing to listen and is small or older, you take responsibility for your life. Think what you did, and it's not, okay, I don't have to say, oh my God, I killed a million people in past lifetime, I should be punished right now. It's more like, I did wrong, I did right, I learned this, I learned that, and I come now to just make peace with everything.
Excellent.
And making peace with everything is actually when you can see a few past lifetime and see what happened, and then you can put in perspective, you know, like you can, oh, then what happened, you know, and then you can change things. I feel like me and people that do the same work like me can do healing. It's not just, oh, wow, I would like to know if I was a dog in past lifetime, you know.
So we have all this information about past lives. I think people have a general understanding. So we do not know David. He is a new friend of ours.
Yeah, we just met him.
So we are going to get the energy flowing, and we're going to do a little reading here. So
Okay.
So I'll do what I do usually. I ask for your full name because I really want to respect you, and I don't want to come into information without you giving me permission, and this is my way to get permission.
And
So what
my
is-
name is David Levy.
Okay. So I will just take a few seconds just to kind of align myself with the energy and understand what I see there, okay? All right. Okay. So what I see, first of all, is the way how you are as a person. And I see a person that is as a quality as a manager, as a boss, as leader, okay? Like if I say something that work for you, it's good if you say yes, but because then they will understand, you know. So I see that, I see a person that work really hard
Yes.
to get what you want. Very intelligent,
Yes.
okay? And I'm not trying to make you feel good, but it is what it is. I see you in many lifetimes as a leader. And this is a very important point because you have the quality of a leader. People like to listen to you because you are compassionate too, you care about people, and you see them, right?
Absolutely.
Makes sense, okay. I want to pull something that will show people something about you that is in your way, like obstacle, okay? It's always important to understand that part. So, okay. Your sensitivity is part of your obstacle sometimes, that you're very sensitive to things
Yes.
and you overthinking. Makes
Yes.
sense? Okay. So,
she's nailing it.
Yeah.
yeah, so being sensitive is very important, and being, and you know, when you pay attention to details is very important, but it's important to put it in perspective, right?
Yes.
So when you do certain work, it's important that you will be sensitive and you read everything that you need to read, and you will do it exactly, but afterwards you have to let go and relax.
That's the hard part.
Yes, that's the hard part, but the good part, because it's like you making, you know, I see many people, and this is about many people today that I meet, is that we grew up in societies in the past that say that hard work is holy, is good. You know, you have to work really hard. And I meet people that are very intelligent, they can do things just like that. Work really, really hard to make something that they can do in very short time. So think about it. You can do it in shorter time, you're very intelligent, you can get it just like that, and then you have time to rest. What do you think?
I agree with you. And I
Sound
try and
good?
do both.
All right, so that's,
nice.
so I think this is very short reading. I'll be happy to give you more if you come to our center.
I will.
Very good.
All right,
Thank
well,
you very much.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.
Thanks.
another beautiful reading done by Calypso. You can watch the replay on our website, bocasoulcenter.com, and you can watch us live after the commercial break at wnnradio.com.
Good.
You were very honored.
Thank you. Thank you very
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with Stateland Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108.
Welcome back to Boca Soul Radio. We're switching out some people. We have Dr. Love with us. He is Master Qigong. 30 years you've been doing Qigong. And you can tell.
That's correct.
Because when we met him, we felt love.
Yes.
I don't know if we told you that yet, but
No,
you
you didn't
radiate
tell me
love.
that.
He's also a licensed acupuncture physician for 32 years, and he has a practice in Boca Raton.
Very few short blocks from here.
Amazing. And actually, Calypso is getting some acupuncture done. She's getting some needles stuck in her.
Yes, and is doing it so greatly that I don't feel anything. I'm like, did you do it? Yes, he did it.
A little bit of self-torture, but no pain.
No,
so
no
it's
pain.
good.
I'm serious.
Only
It's
healing.
just like, it's nothing. I don't feel it. It's very sensitive, very.
Now, if you just joined us, Calypso just did a reading for our new friend David. And if you missed it, you can check out our website tomorrow, bocasoulcenter.com. And we have all of our replays on the radio show tab. Just go to bocasoulcenter.com. If you are interested in learning about our center or joining, we have meditation classes on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6. Mondays at 6 we have meditation. Wednesdays, Calypso teaches a workshop. Sometimes she gives free mini readings. And that's at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays. If you want to find us, check out our website or call us 561-808-9108. Find us on Twitter at Boca Soul Show. And back to Qigong and acupuncture.
Okay. My name is George Xavier Love. I'm a doctor of Oriental medicine, licensed acupuncture physician, and master of Blue Dragon Qigong, which is a medical Qigong. The basis of acupuncture in Chinese medicine is the circulation of qi and blood. The basis of Qigong is the circulation of qi and blood. Therefore, Qigong is Chinese medicine. So I can teach you how to make movements which move your muscles, which move the acupuncture meridians, which move the organs, which then calm and relax your nervous system, heal the joints, heal the bones, heal the organs. So the movements are what I call exercise acupuncture. So you can actually perform these movements for yourself every day. We can also do medical massage by massaging the meridians. We can also use heat, pressure, sound waves, magnets, electricity, cupping, suction, red light, and laser light to stimulate the meridians. So we have 10 different ways to stimulate the acupuncture meridians. Now, what we want to do is teach people how to heal themselves. I would love for you to come and be a patient, but that's not realistic. I can't treat the whole world, but I can teach the whole world how to heal themselves. And with Calypso's help and the Boca Soul Center, we can get a good start doing that.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the things that match very much our approach, because we want people to learn how to heal themselves.
Yeah.
We don't want the one to say, well, you can't live without us. We want to teach them how to do everything by themselves and be very happy and independent people.
Exactly. Now, one of the things that Calypso does that's very intriguing is that she can read people and she can read their energetic signature and see that their emotions are out of balance. And what I do is I teach people how to balance their emotions with Qigong. So anger is very often a contraction of the muscles. So when you get angry, you tense up. Men have a tendency to tense their chest. Women have a tendency to hunch their shoulders. So I can just walk up behind
We all
somebody.
relax the shoulders all of a sudden.
Thank you, George.
So I can just walk up behind somebody and just put my hands there, and I can automatically feel that they're like this, and they're like, oh, thank you. And they drop their shoulders. Now, fear is held in the low back, and anxiety is held in the hamstrings. So when a little kid is scared, what does he do in his pants?
Right.
He pees in his pants, okay? So that fear causes his lower back muscles to contract, which then squeezes the kidneys, which forces water into the bladder, which then loses control, okay? Now, men, as they get older, they have a tendency to not want to be pushed around. So when they feel anxiety, they feel like, don't push me around, and they unconsciously tighten their hamstrings to avoid being pushed. So even if you're at a boardroom sitting at a table and somebody's kind of attacking you, you tense your hamstring muscles, which then causes low back issues. So a lot of people have low back issues coming from anxiety and tight legs. Now, worry affects the stomach. So when you're worried about something, most people overeat when they're worried, and a few people completely lose their appetite when they're worried. So again, they tense their abdominal muscles. So we have fear, we have anxiety, we have anger, all having to do with tension. Now, what about grief? When you're grieving, again, you clench your chest because you don't want to accept the reality that your dog died, your mother has cancer, somebody stole your car. Whatever you're grieving, you unconsciously tighten your chest muscles, which means you can't get enough oxygen, which means you can't get enough oxygen into the bloodstream, which means you can't purify the blood. And then you get depressed. So these emotions cause physiological changes in the body, which then over time actually create disease.
Yes, by attacking the organs.
By affecting the organs. So with Qigong, we actually move the energy. So we can't tense the muscles. You have to lengthen and strengthen the muscles. You have to open the chest. You have to breathe. You have to bend over and cause the kidneys to contract and expand. You have to cause the lungs to expand and contract. The very act of breathing actually massages your internal organs. So when your lungs expand, the lungs press in on the heart and the kidneys. But when you exhale, the diaphragm muscle causes this pancreas, the stomach, the spleen, and the liver to compress. So expansion and contraction. Now, if you were taught how to breathe in school, in middle school, in high school, and that the very act of breathing massages your organs, you'd do a lot better at breathing, and you probably wouldn't pick up smoking at all.
Right.
Okay? But our culture does not honor or value teaching kids how to heal themselves, how to prevent cancer, diabetes, and heart disease.
Yeah.
And that's why in the whole world, the United States has the highest rate of cancer, diabetes, and heart disease.
Yeah.
And I think that is a shame.
Yeah, and I think that's why also nowadays very popular, those all Eastern modalities, they're coming back to the West because it's such in need of that. Like, you know, like Chinese medicine, Ayurveda are very similar. And Qigong also similar to yoga. Like, for
As a matter of fact, Chinese yoga is Qigong.
okay.
And Chinese Kundalini is the Blue Dragon Qigong.
There you go. Okay.
But I want to say before the show, I said to Sandra, look, help me. There's so much energy is coming through me. I need some relief, you know.
Mhm.
And we were doing a belly dance. It was amazing.
We
She
started with
actually-
Reiki.
Yeah.
We did a little bit energy healing, and then
And
and then
s-
I'm like, okay, I
And
feel
we
some tension. So a good way to release tension is to increase the heart rate. Also, it's a quick
That's
trick.
correct. Yeah.
So we started doing some belly dancing. It opens up the solar plexus.
Mm-hmm.
And-
yeah, she did very good.
And it was amazing. We have a new teacher. It's not yet there, but I think we're going to have
Oh my
class with
gosh.
this beautiful lady.
Belly dancing 101.
101. I mean, it saved my life. I was like dancing, laughing, moving
Yes,
my
because
body.
dancing is very liberating. Like you're releasing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Before we go to break, I just want to say that we do 5 different Qigong dances, and you're going to be my first one.
Yes, I can't wait.
And I love that, you know, what we're all about and that you represent is the mind-body connection, because people do have all these dis-eases right now, and they're just stuffing pills down their throats or going for invasive surgeries, and there's the most simple ways to cure things or just heal, and all you have to do is just move the energy around a little bit and have fun with it. Like, you don't have to go in a surgery and sit on a bed and spend a bunch of time recovering. You just go to the beach and do qigong with you and relax into healing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
love
come to
that.
the Boca Soul Center
Yes.
on Wednesday nights and do Qigong.
Oh yes, you're going to be doing qigong here.
Exactly. I will be the first to come.
So you find that the biggest issue that people come to you with is diabetes, or, I mean, what do people usually?
The number one reason why people come to me is pain. But the pain has a source, and the source is always emotions.
Yes.
The second reason why people come to me is low energy, fatigue, insomnia, can't sleep, no get up and go. And the way to deal with that is rest and meditation, because they're so yang, they're so active that they don't know how to relax. The third reason why people come to me is cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. And cancer is my specialty, particularly breast cancer and prostate cancer, colon cancer, and lung cancer. And these are things I've had a lot of success with. And again, it has an emotional root.
Which is based in past lifetime.
Which exactly, and I really see us working together on that.
I know. We are going to.
So you're both doing a type of emotional release, and I know I read on your website that, you know, if you have acupuncture done, you can change your thought process. So how exactly does that?
I'm glad you asked me
work
that
out?
question. I used to work at Lincoln Hospital in the Bronx doing ear acupuncture for drug addicts. And this one woman came in who had, she was abusing her children. So the state said, you have to go for acupuncture. And so they referred her to our drug addiction clinic. So the director of the program, Dr. Mike Smith, came to me and said, George, this is for you. I'm like, what do I know about child abuse? He said, figure it out. So I sat there and I was like, wow, child abuse, anger, suppressed anger, taking it out on the kids. So I did the liver point in her ear. The next day she called me. She says, my kid spilled milk. I didn't want to beat him.
Oh,
Amazing.
Wow.
It was that quick. One treatment, she was able to get control of her emotional stress.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing.
it really is amazing. So the thought pattern was slowed down to where she could think and say, if I do this, there's going to be that consequence. And if I do that, there's going to be that benefit.
I love
Okay?
that.
Okay.
Most of us work on what we call impulse control. And most of us have what we call reactive thinking. So if somebody touches them, like, why'd you touch me? Okay, and like, why'd you say that? But when you meditate and you do Qigong on a regular basis, you're like, oh, you stepped on my foot. That's okay.
I
Yeah.
love that. It's so
It's like you
perfect.
become more of an observer, you know, and you keep an
Exactly.
objective look on everything, even on
Exactly.
yourself. So
Exactly.
like this, you don't get angry. And
Well, because anger is actually reaction, like you overreact to something, and it's ego thing, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, you step on me, you did something to me, and I know it's purposely,
Yeah.
And when you come from this, okay, it happened. Maybe I will learn something from it, right? I can learn a lesson, right?
We can all learn, no matter how enlightened we are. There's still more to learn.
Well, we were
Oh, yeah.
so happy to have you on the show today. We learned so much in such a short amount of time, and hopefully you will be back to talk to us more. This
I'd
is
be happy
Boca
to.
Soul Radio. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ariella.
And we'll be back
Thank you
with
very
some
much.
feng shui
Thank you,
with
Dr.
Martha.
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with State Land Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108.
Welcome back to Boca Soul Radio. We've been having a wonderful show today. We just interviewed with Dr. George Love. He is master Qigonger and licensed acupuncture physician. We're going to hear from Martha on feng shui in just a bit, but first we want to talk to Sandra and our newest member of the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, Avi. He's going to demonstrate a yoga position for us that will actually relate to our past life topic, correct?
Well, yeah, this position is called the tree pose, Vrksasana, and it's good for developing balance, increasing mind, body, and awareness, opening the third eye chakra. It also strengthens your thigh, legs, and yeah.
He's so peaceful.
Yeah.
And if you are listening on the radio, you can check us out on our replay tomorrow on bocasoulcenter.com. You click on the radio show tab, and you can see all of the previous shows that we've done, including today's show.
So we have a new yogi in town, Mr. Avi. So standing Tadasana, which is mountain pose in Sanskrit, feet parallel, shoulder relaxed. Slowly bring one foot along your ankle, and if you are a beginner, you can keep the pose there. Otherwise, you can slide your foot all the way up to your thigh. Put your hands in prayer pose. Slowly bring them up to above your head. Exhale. Bring them down to your chest area, the heart chakra. Bring them all the way down, and slowly put your feet down.
That was beautiful.
Yes, this is Vrksasana.
A lot of times with the balance poses, it's not only the physical aspect of it. You have to have the mental balance to be able to stay in that position with one leg up like a flamingo.
Yeah.
And, you have to have the focus.
So you can look how Avi did it on our video, because it's going to be more, if you see it, it's easier.
So we've brought back our favorite Martha, not Martha Stewart, spiritual Martha, with feng shui. She needs to teach Martha Stewart a lesson, because I don't think Martha Stewart uses feng shui.
Oh, I have to check on
You
her.
have to
I
check.
haven't seen. But probably she does, and we don't know. Hi, everybody. So our segment here we teach a little bit about feng shui. I love Dr. Love was here, and he was telling more about how chi works, how that works in your body. And I think it was great today because it also gives more information to people that are not, they haven't heard that how Chinese medicine and Chinese the theory works, and how life force and the energy goes. And first of all, from feng shui, so we were talking about, on the show today, we're talking about past life, and we're talking about how to heal yourself, and all these amazing topics that you're coming from the other. Dr. Love was coming with the other side, which is using the chi energies coming into you, and you say how the energy flow, and that it connected also to your blood. But now when I'm coming from feng shui, I'm going to tell people how to move that energy in their house so their life also heals and, prosper. So when we're talking about past life and we're thinking about the emotions, how to clear these old emotions, and Calypso showed us this beautiful demonstration today. And so from feng shui perspective, which is the arrangement of your house or your office, how to bring that energy in to clear that older energy, that older emotions. So when I have said this before, I guess in another shows, one of the most important things on your house, on your office, is the entrance, because it's the mouth of your chi. That's how the energy comes into your house. So make sure your entrance is uplifting, it's happy, has your personality. If you cannot do any changes outside, maybe you live in an apartment, make sure when you come in, you open the door, you see how the energy comes into your house. The energy flow, which Dr. Love was talking about, is very important in your house and in your office. So make sure the hallways and driveways are open. Every pathway you have in your house, you don't have boxes. You know how it is when you have kids and kids' toys are all over the place and you can barely walk through. That obviously blocks in. So make sure when you put furniture, it's arranged in a way where you can walk easily, so the energy comes in easily to you.
I want to add something. If you speak about the entrance, not to leave old things like old car or like things that you don't need, just leave it there in the entrance.
Exactly.
Because it's really old thing. It's like the old emotions from past lifetime or this lifetime.
Exactly. I think it's an excellent point. Once you come in an entrance and people are having that old trash sitting there for 2 days, or you have that old mail sitting there, it's not bringing good energy. So that's very important. Thank you.
And I think to put also crystals like tourmaline, which is a deep black stone. It absorbs the energy, so the tourmalines are very good to put in the entrance.
Yes, excellent topic.
What about citrine?
Citrine, that don't necessarily need to be in the entrance. They can be in the center area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're also talking about to clean, your mind from negative thoughts. So when you have positive thoughts, everything comes good to you. So the same thing about your house. When you clean your house, all these good, bright energies come into you. And feng shui is always focusing on organizing and cleaning, because, when you're even just selling your house or your car, if you have it dirty, you're not going to get it sold. If you have it nice and clean, if your house is nice and clean, when your guests are coming, they feel welcome. So you want to do the same thing so you can have the energy flowing in your house. Organizing is a very good feng shui, and I know it's it's an uncomfortable, I guess, task to do for everybody, but it has very good benefits metaphysically. Is for your energy. When you clean up something, you look all the old stuff that is there, maybe old emotions, old pictures, and then you realize, okay, what I'm on the present and what do I need now? So you get rid of all that older baggage that you have there.
I want to say something like every item that you have some emotion attached to it.
Exactly.
So I know when I clean my stuff, I'm like, oh, I got this in Israel. Oh my God, this is my daughter gave me. Mm-hmm. And I want to keep it, but you need still to keep things that you need.
Exactly.
And not to go into too much
Yes, and I wanted to, I mean, when you have pictures and those pictures are bringing you good memories, obviously keep them and put them up. But if are those memories that you don't want to have, just release them as you're releasing them in your thought, so you can bring more good and you have a space. And that's one of the most important things on feng shui. When you organize, first of all, you save money. Why do you save money? Just because you find something that you needed and you don't have to go back and buy it. You already have it there. When people are disorganized, they buy the same thing over and over. So you're losing time, you're losing money. Also saves you time when you have everything organized in your house. You don't spend 15 minutes or 20 looking for your car keys every morning.
Exactly.
Or when you're cooking at your kitchen, everything is organized, take you 10 minutes, instead of an hour, because you can't find your pots and pans and etc.
Right.
Also improves your health, because once you clean, there is no dust, germs, dead animals,
I think it helps a lot with mental clarity.
Exactly.
Yeah, then that's very important.
I know with the law of attraction, if you want new clothes in your life, you can empty the old clothes in your closet and make a space for it
Exactly.
to show the universe that there's new space for new things.
Exactly.
Yes,
And one of the most important things I want to close this section is replace anything that is broken in your house, because it's like within yourself, and we're talking about healing yourself. When you have something broken within your body, you have to fix it so you have all energy working in synergy. So in your house, you have this light bulb that is you always want to turn it on and it's off. It never, all this negative energy comes in. The more things you have broken, the more things are going to break.
Especially mirrors. Those are so bad luck.
Yeah, exactly.
7 years.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Yes.
so much, ladies, for joining. We're all part of this Calypso Shaw Spiritual Center. I'm Ariella. I have Martha, Calypso, and Sandra with me today. We'll be joining you next week on Friday at 2 p.m. If you want to come to us during the week, we have meditations on Mondays at 6, and Calypso is teaching a workshop at 6 on Wednesdays. Every topic every week is new and
remember
fun.
to mention the crochet classes.
And we have crochet classes on August 5th.
Yes, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. And obviously, anytime you can come on Friday at 2 and join our audience here, for the radio show.
And if you want any more information, you can give us a call, 561-808-9108, or check out our website, bocasoulcenter.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso, brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton, specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And tune in again next week for more Boca Soul.